It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see Foye Oluwakan. He put up numbers last week with a 9-tackle performance. It's the Bears and the Barons, next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Chicago Bears and the Brooklyn Barons. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Brooklyn ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by a former #2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger, throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. Play action. Now Wilson. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Wilson. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
He's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. To throw is Wilson. And he finds Corey Davis. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
Yeah, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go play action now. Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Out of the gun, they run with Carter. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. This one caught by Davis. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. He's got the connection to Moore. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. Ball at the 8 here for second and a yard. Maybe a touch less.
Brings up second and a yard.
Now it's Wilson. That's complete to Troutman, right side. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Carter. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on first and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. One more time with Carter. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. On third and goal, Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Corey Davis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Barons will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. This is a crew that come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
On first and 10, here's Fields. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 25.
It's now second and 10 at the 25.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down, Fields. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That third down conversion good for 23.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Back to the air, Fields on second down. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilkins. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. On third and short, they'll try option left. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, show them a shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Running for it, Montgomery. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And as a result, possession switches hands. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Carter. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll drop this underneath to Carter. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll run with Carter. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Going for it, it's Carter. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Where they were on the field, kind of no man's land. Do you like the call?
I love the call. Almost had to go for it there, right? Because of what you just described. Too far for the field goal. Too short for the punt. You might punt in the end zone and just give them good field position anyway. Let's go for it. Plus, they were moving the ball. They had confidence that they could pick up this last bit of real estate.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Shotgun snap and a give to Carter. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Haynes, and he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson, and it's caught. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Up the middle they go. It's Haynes. Yikes, a 40-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They'll keep it on the ground. Haynes. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd
They'll try to run for it with Carter. And now Carter going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Elijah Moore. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Barons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, they're about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it was finished off by Elijah Moore on the touchdown reception. Phillips now from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start with the option. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Fields. He finds his man complete. It's Wilkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
And that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Carter straight ahead. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
6 yards to go.
On third down, Wilson. Flushed out right. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on third down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the first down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A give up the middle to Carter. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On first down, Wilson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Javon Kinlaw busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson under pressure. They got him again. That time multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Roquan Smith. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Now Fields. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. To the 22-yard line. They'll go option on second down, right side. And this will be a Bears first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. On second and 7, Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. To throw is Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped it for no gain.
Aaron Sipas on the punt as he'll get this one away now. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Running back Michael Carter returning to the field with the rest of this offense. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season. Right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Here's a give to Carter. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On 1st down, right back to Carter. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Carter. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On 2nd down, a run with Carter. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Now Wilson. Uncorks one for Davis. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. On on 2nd and 10. Fields, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Back to throw. Fields, flush to his right. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run. And obviously, ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 23-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. And this offense on 3rd down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3. Eluding the, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery had set up an ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. You see David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game. 3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Touchdown, Chicago! Dawson Knox, 32 yards. And the Bears are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as he'll get him down shy of the 20. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
It's so educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll start up in Orchard Park. A couple of blue-collar cities doing battle. Pittsburgh at Buffalo. And it's the Bills who have the lead in that one. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. From there, we head on over to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau Field. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. 2 touchdowns in that ball game for DeAndre Swift. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who are out in front. Dalvin Cook with a touchdown run. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, on the other side, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Bears offense set to go to begin the 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Montgomery running right. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. Back to Montgomery on second down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, they run with Carter. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
That's a gain of 7.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, it's Haynes, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson, that pass complete to Moore. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to the ground with Carter. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, they obviously read man coverage there, partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Now Wilson on first down. He's got the connection to Moore. Touchdown! Elijah Moore. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Flushed out right. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Fields. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now an option play on 2nd down. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Out of the gun, Fields. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Montgomery back to the ground. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Fields on 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by Lutz is good, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
A couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They're just looking for more of the same. Great first half so far. Good second half. And you know, sometimes I guess maybe, Charles, these coaches, they don't have to tell these guys much when they're rolling like they're rolling right now.
You're exactly right. I've heard stories of some of the best coaches in our time or any time having grabbed their staffs at halftime and said, guys, they're playing really well. Don't go in there and give them a whole lot of stuff. Just pat them on the back. And essentially the speech at halftime is, let's go, guys, and that's it.
Yeah, no one's upset the apple cart so far. 98 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Intercepted by the Bears.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On 1st down, Fields. This is Jennings. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Parker, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. They get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painting the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
4th down. Fields has to have this one. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive, 4 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Here's Wilson to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. They will find Davis. That's complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 9.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Here's Logan Cook now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. .47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now Fields. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. 46-yard line.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Here's Fields. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he will have the Bears first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now it's Fields. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now they force him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Running left on the handoff, Carter. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll run with Carter. Oh, look at the juke. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Haynes. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Wilson. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Down the numbers. There he goes. 20. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Now Carter to start the drive. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
Wilson. Quick slant caught by Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll try the left side with Carter. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
Throwing is Wilson. That's a screen play here for Carter. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields over the middle, complete. That's Wilkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now a first down throw, Fields. Now a quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To the air again, Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Room here to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
2nd down. Here's an option right. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, here's Fields. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Fields going to hurry his guys to the line. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. They snap it to Fields. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down, and now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's a give to Carter. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Carter once more, and he gets it down to the 32. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for the home team here, they move back over 503-2 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals.